Okay, hi and welcome back to the book reading Orgasmic Blueprint, Tools for Pleasure, Desire and Consent for Individuals, Couples and Intimacy Professionals. My name is Matthias Schwenteck. I'm the author of that book and I'm happy to read that online because people have asked for it. The last reading was about procreation and how this is applicable to lovemaking in the context of the sensory inflow and the 3-minute game, everything that we have talked about in this reading so far. And this reading now is my specialty. I love that so much because it's so enriching and makes all the difference and is worth all the changes. So it's about relaxed arousal and serving on the edge in tantric lovemaking. Let's go into that. Relaxed and transformative sexuality. Being on the edge and becoming orgasmic. Being on the edge isn't as safe, but the view is much better. This is a quote from Ricky Gervais. You can compare sex without a goal to playing music or dancing. Let's say it again. You can compare sex without a goal to playing music or dancing. When playing music isn't about the moment, wouldn't you agree? You play music to enjoy it as it unfolds, and you dance to the rhythm of the music, feeling your body in motion. You don't play music or dance to aim for the end of the song or to reach a particular point in the room. The being on the edge map shows what becomes possible when we tune into the somatic experience and energy within your bodies during relaxed arousal. And as we play and enjoy without aiming for the goal of climax, we are able to relax into this isness of our being state within timeless moments. The key to relaxed arousal is a constant flow of oxytocin. Oxytocin is the foundation of connection, just as the direct route is the foundation of the somatic system. And this is the map of edging and relaxed arousal. It's a little bit overexposed. I'm sorry about that. I guess you have to get the book to get the maps. There's somewhere a video on YouTube, and I just try to connect that, but I'm not sure if I will find that. Let's dive deeper. So most of us think that when it comes to sex, we have to do so much. And many go through the motions of getting the other turned on as if punish buttons on a machine. Others focus on fetish action to get themselves and their partners going. Here, there is no relaxed arousal, and instead something I call empty yang. Techniques we use if we are not able to feel very deeply. It burns out very fast, like a bushfire without kindling. Here we focus on performance, on sexual stimuli, and pretending. So when it comes to a spiritual approach, we embody sexuality as a resource for connection and feeling each other. We stay aware of our sexual energy, dancing with it instead of focusing on increasing stimulation with the goal of climax. So it's the same, but no goal. The action of the sympathetic nervous system is dopamine driven and based on reward. To get turned on, you need to have dopamine in your system. Without it, your reward system isn't active. Dopamine is an important part of the feeling. So I want to say here, as long as possible, I want to stay here as long as possible because it feels really good, exciting and enjoyable. Dopamine doesn't, however, build the height of arousal. It's a vital part of arousal. But it doesn't run the show. We don't climax because we need a dopamine rush. I think I'll read that sentence again. It was a little bit confusing. The action of the sympathetic nervous system is dopamine driven and based on reward. To get turned on, you need to have dopamine in your system. Without it, your reward system isn't active. Dopamine is an important part of the feeling. I want to stay here as long as possible because it feels really good, exciting, and enjoyable. Dopamine doesn't, however, build the height of arousal. It's a vital part of arousal, but it doesn't run the show. We don't climax because we need a dopamine rush in the relaxed arousal. The being on the edge map shows the level of arousal your body can handle before climax. And when arousal becomes too high, you reach the point of no return. And this, I have a double point here. This exists within everybody's nervous system to maintain relaxed arousal at this point. We have to slow down. So when you slow down, a healthy, steady level of connection through oxytocin, arousal through dopamine, and pleasurable expansion through serotonin remains continuous. I call this experience surfing orgasmic waves. Having awareness around the point of no return state allows us to slow down when we notice the build-up to orgasm and to relax once more into the connected state of isness. Tantric practices are based on this level of relaxation and bringing presence and awareness into this connection as we weave the blissful relationships. So relaxed arousal has a sweetness of its own and don't have to bring it to completion. It feels a little bit like contentment. It's good as it is and I don't need any more and I can really relax and enjoy in what I have. So relaxed arousal is better than just like, oh my God, I'm so turned on, how can I get more, and aiming for satisfaction. Even at the point of near climax, you can choose not to go there because what you experience in being relaxed and aroused is already amazing. When sexual energy occurs, there's no reason to be compelled into action. During relaxed arousal, it isn't necessary to get anywhere. It's just the feeling of we are safe here, connected, feeling each other with no agenda, no duration, target, or goal. It's a state of being desireless at the peak of desire. And this is an experience of interconnection with another at the apex, and exactly why the Somatic Consent Engagement System, which leads you to this place, is a map for exquisite transformation. So men's bodies are usually in the sympathetic mobilization state during sexual activity, and when action is stopped, so as not to go beyond the point of no return, the nervous system either goes back into the social engagement state through interactions such as talking, or into the safe dorsal vagus parasympathetic state of immobilization. These are really hardcore words. During this time, because each person is aware of the subtle inflow of sensation, micro movements in both partners keep the penis erected. This is probably enough for YouTube to censor my videos saying penis and erected. Most people find it difficult to enter a state of relaxed arousal due to carrying tension in their body, which tightens and contracts the muscles. In the presence of tension, sexual energy gets stuck and can't conduct. Bodywork and de-armoring can help to release that tension so that contraction is reduced and conduction of energy is possible. So I will point a link in the video description about a de-armoring training that I'm constantly teaching twice a year. It's an 11-day training for professionals and individuals who want to learn more about that. So if you want to get a de-armoring training, this will be the training. And you find the link to that in the video description pretty soon. I just need to finish that reading here. So at the beginning, when men stop ejaculating, most find they go through a period of the so-called blue ball syndrome, and there's long expression for epididymal hypertension is the word for blue balls. Yes, it's just hard to pronounce. I forget that all the time. That's why I just call that blue ball syndrome, or this is the common word for it. So the epididymal hypertension, so blue ball syndromes, which refers to aching or painful testicle when men stop ejaculating. And this happens because over decades, most have trained their bodies to release semen through ejaculation and orgasm. And as a result, the lymphatic system in the genital area is incapable of reabsorbing the sexual fluids back into the body, needed for the DMT cocktail that I will describe in the next reading. I have helped many to remedy this with de-armoring methods I personally developed through self-exploration. And I go into a little video. Welcome, gentlemen. You have mastered the art of pleasure, but you're not the type to settle for the ordinary, right? You're after the extraordinary. You're not just driving a car in life, you want the Tesla experience in every aspect, especially in your intimate relationships and your sexuality. So it's not about dissatisfaction, it's about exploring deeper. You know greatness, now you seek to be the best. More presence, more connection, not just reaching a goal, but transforming it. Perhaps you have heard about Tantra and feel intrigued by its promises, but what does it truly offer? Imagine not just giving your partner moments of pleasure, but leading them into an ecstatic state and keeping them there, an orgasmic state of being for both of you. I understand the subtleties that make good great. For over 20 years, I've guided men like you to deepen their understanding, to discover what lies beyond the climax. So to take private sessions with me that will put you right on target what you want to achieve, instead of wasting hundreds of hours in workshops and online courses, even though they can be fun and they are great. So if you are ready to explore these profound possibilities, I'm here to guide you. So let's redefine what pleasure can mean to you. So reach out for a free discovery call on this link here, and let's embark on this journey to endless contentment. Your extraordinary is waiting. See you on the call. So, hi and welcome back. If you would like to have a free discovery call, follow that link in the video description. You can book a call with me, and you're more than welcome to get your questions answered about the ejaculatory choice, and for men the capacity to learn to surf on the orgasmic edge, because it's so much better on the edge. Okay, let's continue reading. Women too have similar difficulties in accessing relaxed arousal, knowing orgasm only through high-speed rubbing or vibrator stimulation, and having learned both during sex and as a sleeping pill to squeeze their vaginal and pelvic muscle to cause tension for clitoral orgasm and then to release. This, of course, leads to the reward of a hormone cocktail as well as a release of body tension at climax. And this is known as a contractive climax and is very different from relaxed orgasmic arousal. The first sentence this is a word that the first sentence of the agenda of climaxing, which is rapidly over. The latter is an experience of being orgasmic without an urge to reach a peak, because you're already and continuously in an orgasmic state. Relaxed arousal is possible when the dependency on contractive climax is overcome, and this can require a physical sexual detox from 3 weeks to 3 months. De-armoring can also be very supportive, as well as becoming more present and embodied by activating the sensory inflow of external stimuli. In the presence of oxytocin, you remain feeling safe, connected, aroused, and relaxed together. Then everything is possible. It doesn't matter what you do, including BDSM or kinky play within Tantra, kink, BDSM, or any other kind of play, when both partners are responsible for themselves, so their base, And when somatic sensory inflow is open and both can meet without the agenda of a goal, sensuality and sexuality becomes incredibly delicious. At this interpersonal state at the apex, both enjoy each other as a gift. So when we utilize the engagement zones, we say what we really want, to know what we want while engaging in transformative sexuality. So the deeper question to ask yourself are, does the desire to climax come from a conditioned agenda, from the imprint of procreative, addictive gratification of climax and ejaculation? Can I get over the conditioning of this obsession with the goal? Can I be aware of using sexual energy as a transformative dynamic to take me into the spiritual realm of interconnected consciousness? When the engagement zones are fully embodied during sexual engagement and the point of no return maintained, a neurological cocktail of hormones, which includes endorphins and melatonin, are present. So when we continue to play within the realm for 15 or 30 minutes, microdoses of DMT are released into the cerebrospinal fluid from the pineal gland. And in the presence of DMT, transformative experience always occur. Here we perceive reality in a very different way as we connect with the essence of our very nature. So now the question, is climaxing bad? Climaxing has nothing to do with right or wrong. While I'm addicted to edging, others might be addicted to climaxing. Right or wrong, good or bad, the best or worst way of doing anything are oversimplified principles of duality. Sometimes people feel offended by the emphasis on sex without an agenda, and angry feelings of protection, defense, or goal guilt may arise. If you feel similar, I invite you to look at a deeper level into the powerful pull towards unconscious attachments. Climaxing is a reproductive feature of nature. Its function enables our species to survive. Climax gives us a huge reward, and that's why it feels so good, and that's why we're so many. Climaxing is the fundamental root function of any drive towards the bliss of feeling connected to self, to others, to the world. And this is what all addictions aim to provide. Any addiction is a substitution of this primary drive to feel to the feeling that climax gives. The solution is not sorbetry. The solution is connection-based bonding. So when you practice somatic consent core exercise of waking up the hands, you open up your sensory inflow while in action. So here you connect much deeper to yourself, and the possibility to feel intimate and make love without a goal becomes natural again. So there is no need to think about concepts and whether they're right or wrong. You have your own experience of being complete in the here and now. The unconscious pulls towards climax evaporates. Here, there is no duality. There is no goal. Only the exquisite experience of bliss and connection. And it's up to you whether experiencing with edging is worth of this deeper experience. All right, thank you for hanging in this reading about relaxed arousal and the climax, overcoming edging dynamics. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so, that you get a notification about the next reading. And you find all links in the description below. If you have any questions or comments or would like to write anything, please feel free to do that in the section below. I will personally answer them. So I'm very welcoming to your comments in the section below. The next reading is the last reading that you find down here somewhere as a video link, and that goes into the reading number 10. And that's the spiritual cocktail of DMT and how to create that transformative experience in lovemaking when you edge with somebody longer than half an hour. What is literally a very short time when it comes to this beautiful tantric lovemaking approach. Anyway, thank you for being here. This is my favorite reading part of the book. This is why I'm doing all that what I'm doing, and this is good stuff. So please, if you want to reach out, there's as well the link for the free call for men, women, couples, or professionals. And the next reading is the last one in the chapter 4. I said that already, but then we're going into the professional structure of how to use that if you're a facilitator or a professional practitioner. Thanks for joining. Love yourself, and see you in the next reading.